Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
You're watching South Asian Newsland and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 6th of December. PM Modi's BJP accuses US State Department targeting India. Pakistan's jailed ex-PM Imran Khan threatens civil disobedience movement. And Nepal PM defends BRI, says no loan agreement signed with China. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ruling BJP party has accused the US State Department and deep state elements in the US of trying to destabilize India in conjunction with a group of investigative journalists and opposition leader Rahul Gandhi. The accusation comes as a surprise as New Delhi and Washington have forged a strong relationship in the last 2 decades. BJP national spokesperson Sambit Patra in a press conference termed leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi as a traitor and accused his Congress party of using the Organised Crime and Corruption Reporting Project articles that singularly focused on the Adani Group and its alleged closeness to the government to undermine PM Modi. The Adani Group was indicted last month in the US over bribery charges. OCCRP's articles have also accused state-sponsored hackers in India of using Israel-made Pegasus spyware to target government critics. The government has previously denied these allegations. The BJP also accused Gandhi, the OCCRP and billionaire financier George Soros of attacking Modi. Patra cited a French media report that said that OCCRP was funded by deep state figures like Soros. The government has lately been facing heat over the US indictment of Gautam Adani, who opposition leaders say Modi has always protected, and the country's parliament has been suspended multiple times over the issue.
तो OCCRP किसके हक में बात करता है? जॉर्ज सोरोस और डीप स्टेट। अमेरिका में जो डीप स्टेट है, जो कुछ ऐसी एजेंसीज अमेरिका के अंदर छुपी हुई हैं, जो कहीं ना कहीं अन्य राज्यों में, अन्य जगहों पे इंस्टेबिलिटी चाहती हैं, उनके द्वारा फंड लेने के कारण उनके इंटरेस्ट के लिए काम करती है ये OCCR। भारत के जो टॉप इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हाउस हैं, उद्योगपति, जो बड़े उद्योगपति हैं, उनके ऊपर जिसको अंग्रेजी में कहा जाता है हिट जॉब, बार बार उनके ऊपर आघात करना, कुछ ऐसे रिपोर्ट प्रस्तुत करना मानो ये बहुत फर्जीवाड़ा चल रहा है। भारत के उद्योगपति, भारत के इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, इनमें बिल्कुल भी सच्चाई नहीं है और इसके पीछे का मकसद रहा कि भारत के अर्थव्यवस्था को किस प्रकार से डगमगा देना है, टू ब्रिंग एन अर्थक्वेक इन द मार्केट्स ऑफ इंडिया, टू टैंक द मार्केट्स ऑफ इंडिया।
Meanwhile, tensions flared at India's Haryana-Punjab state border on Friday as police fired tear gas at farmers who began their protest march to Delhi to demand a legal guarantee for minimum support price, farm loan waivers and protection from rising electricity tariffs. Despite the chaos, some farmers managed to breach the barricades, waving flags and chanting slogans as they pressed forward. Internet has been suspended in Ambala till December 9th and security has been heightened. Police have claimed that the farmers did not obtain prior permission before the protest, while the farmers have claimed that they had informed the concerned authorities about their plan ahead of time. This will be the third attempt by the protesting farmers' union to march to the national capital in the past 10 months. The first 2 attempts were made on February 13 and 21st, resulting in clashes between police and farmers.
देखिए, 2 तो गंभीर जख्म, उनमें से एक हरप्रीत सा, उसको पटियाला रेफर किया गया है। 8 की पुष्टि हुई है। मेरे पास सुंदर सिंह चताला, ये भी जख्मी है और बहुत से किसान जख्मी है, छोटी मोटी टोटल, उसका भी मालूम करेंगे।
Pakistan's jailed former PM Imran Khan has called on his supporters to hold a rally next week and threatened to start a civil disobedience movement days after his party led a deadly protest march in Islamabad. In a post on X, Khan asked supporters to converge on 13th December in Peshawar, the capital of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is ruled by his PTI party. He demanded a judicial probe into the crackdown on the November 25th protest march, which he said killed at least 12 of his supporters, and violence on May 9 last year, which killed 8. All arrested political workers should also be released, he said. If these two demands are not met, a civil disobedience movement will start from December 14 and the government will be held responsible for any consequences, Khan said. Imran Khan was indicted on Thursday on charges of directing the May 9 attacks on military institutions, to which he has pleaded not guilty. The indictment is the latest in dozens of cases against the former cricket star, who has been in jail since late last year. Meanwhile, Pakistan's electricity crisis is pushing millions to the brink, with soaring power bills and unending outages adding to the struggles of an already crumbling economy. A report.
Pakistan's electricity crisis is plunging millions into dire economic straits as sky-high power bills and relentless outages leave citizens struggling to make ends meet. In major urban centers like Karachi, the crisis has compounded the effects of a crumbling economy, sparking widespread frustration and despair. Residents of Karachi are bearing the brunt of exorbitant electricity charges. Many claim they are being billed for power they never receive.
बिजली का बिल तो इतना देते हैं हमारा 100 से ज़्यादा, सही है ना, और बिजली तो माशाल्लाह अभी भी नहीं है हमारे पास। अभी इन लोगों ने बिल भेजा है 75,000 रुपये, काम बिल है नहीं, कारोबार नहीं है, बंदा भूख से मर रहे, 75,000 भरे, क्या बच्चों को पाले, क्या करे बंदा, कारोबार तो हमारे सामने नज़र आ रहा है, इधर मच्छर मार रहा है, बाकी तो कारोबार तो नहीं है। ये हमारा सिंध गवर्नमेंट को चाहिए कम से कम बिजली का बिल खाया जाए, ये कलेक्टर तो यही माफिया है भाई।
हुकूमत से हमारी यही रवैश है कि भाई ये अपने मीटर काट के ले जाओ या बिलों को कम किया जाए। अभी जो मजदूरीदार बंदा है वो क्या करे, घर का खर्चा चलाएगा कि खाली बिल भरेगा भाई।
With the economy in free fall and inflation at record highs, many Pakistanis are finding it impossible to cope with rising living costs. Citizens across Pakistan are increasingly disillusioned with the government's inability to resolve the crisis.
Moving on. Former German Chancellor Angela Merkel appeared as a witness on Thursday before the Parliamentary Investigative Committee on Afghanistan withdrawal, which tries to shed light on the chaotic events of 2021 when the Taliban swept to power as foreign forces withdrew. She was the last witness to testify before the Committee of Inquiry this week. Reports suggest, reading from a prepared statement, Merkel called Germany's participation in the US-led military invasion as the correct decision even in retrospect. She said there was a well-founded hope that the military intervention would prevent terrorist attacks from being planned there. However, she admitted that the international community had failed in Afghanistan on nearly every other objective, from encouraging the rule of law to women's rights issues. She cited a lack of cultural understanding among Western allies as one of the reasons for the failure. The committee is expected to present its final report by February 2025. And after returning from China, Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli on Thursday said that no loan agreement has been made with northern neighbor China while signing the revised Belt and Road Initiative Framework Pact. The Prime Minister said that discussions on implementing 9 projects under the BRI would take place separately in the future. Notably, the agreement signed on Wednesday formally got inked after the term aid financing was replaced with grant financing. While a grant refers to a subsidy, aid can encompass both grants and loans, offering more flexibility in the terms of assistance. The shift in language came after China rejected Nepal's proposal that the projects under the BRI should be funded by China and that Nepal would not take loans under the BRI. Oli has emphasized the agreement signed is not a loan agreement. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.